Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Um, you might be saying, "Where's Wes?" Well, Wes will be along in a moment. He's just taking care of something. Wes will pop in a few moments, guys. So for now, you're stuck with me. So, so we're gonna look at some charts while we're waiting for Wes to get here, guys. Okay, so check out this weekly close. Boom. Very nice weekly close, guys. We got a hammer candle on the new weekly close already. We wicked down real quick on Jasmy here, down to 2 cents 2 cents 88, 2 cents 880. We're back up to 2 cents 963. Let's go to the daily time frame, guys. So, what do we got? Look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at how much we wicked. Look how quickly we wicked all the way down here, setting that higher low, guys, and I think we're gonna break through 3 cents tonight. That's what I think is going to happen on Jasmy. So we'll see what happens. But as you can see, my my golden cross is working out so far. It's coming up, right? We're going to see the 30-day pass over the 200-day soon enough. I'm just making sure I'm fully set up here, guys. Just making sure I'm fully set up while I'm waiting for Wes to get here. So what's up, guys? Put your questions, comments into the chat, and I will get to them. So yeah, Jasmine's looking good. Yes, this is the XCN live stream. Wes will be here in a few moments. He's just taking care of something. So yeah, yes, this is the Onyx Coin live stream. I'll get into the chat here while we're going. James is Central Time or Eastern? It's always Central, 8 p.m. Central. That's what we do. So, okay, so I have to make sure we're all set up here, guys. I'm dual streaming on 2 platforms right now. I have a second channel I've been growing out called Crypto Blueprint. Go and subscribe to that channel as well, guys. Ducks in the pond are always getting eaten. What's up, brother? It usually starts at 8 p.m. Central. Yes, absolutely. Hello, sir. Finally became a member of your Patreon. Nice. However, can you explain to me how the Patreon works and how to set up a one-on-one? Just send me a DM, a private DM over on the Patreon, and I will schedule you a one-on-one for that. So that's all you got to do. Just shoot me a DM, and I will pencil you in for a one-on-one coaching session. Guys, if you want coaching sessions, get over to the Patreon. The link's in the chat. Schedule yours as well. Why is XCN dead on Reddit? No one is posting anything from the team. No ambassadors. All of the activity for Reddit or for XCN is on the Telegram. That's where you want to go, right? That's where the ambassadors are. And Wes is here. They just formed an ambassador team of 8 ambassadors, right? Wes, who's coming on the stream here momentarily, is actually one of those Onyx Coin ambassadors. So you can see all the information from XCN and updates on the Telegram, right? They don't mess around with Reddit. There's too much BS on Reddit. So Rodney, I tried to stake, lost $5 when Coinbase said it went to XCN. Very frustrating. You tried to stake and lost $5 on Coinbase? I don't know how that happened, brother. That's weird. You'd have to give me a detailed explanation as to what happened there so I could maybe try to help you with that. Looks like it's down to 7 ambassadors and an open slot. Yeah, maybe. But here's the thing, though. This is the way it works with the ambassador program, okay? So they have 8 ambassadors, and these ambassadors have to meet a quota of how much social engagement they have every month. And if one of the ambassadors or a couple of the ambassadors aren't living up to their obligations, then they get bumped out. And there's a whole list of people behind them that want to be ambassadors that get bumped in, put in their spot, right? So that way they keep the ambassadors continuing to work hard to promote the product, right? So I wouldn't be worried about that at all. And by the way, guys, I believe this, what is it? I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend. I know the cutoff for the gas fee reimbursement for staking and for voting on the DAO happened. The cutoff happened yesterday, I think, at midnight. So you should be getting reimbursed for that. I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend, but you will be reimbursed in your in Ethereum for your gas fees that you spent over on the protocol. So, Rodney, you're driving. Okay, cool. Yeah, just text later. H-bar pumping like crazy. Yes, H-bar is pumping like crazy. You're absolutely right, man. H-bar's up 47%. H-bar's 24 cents, guys. Holy macaroni, right? Fantastic. Super fantastic. I like the H-bar. Do it now. All right. So, what else do we got going on? Okay. So let's go look at the Bitcoin chart, see what's happening. We had a weekly close over on the Bitcoin chart as well. Look at that weekly close, guys. It is absolutely sexy. Fantastic. That is a bullish candle, guys. Even though it's red, that is a bullish hammer candle. Look at that. We wicked. My sound is out. Can you guys hear me? Hey, buddy.
Hey, yeah, I can hear you though, Rob.
Someone, Jetpack, said my sound is out.
No, I can hear you good.
Huh. How you doing, brother?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Nice green portfolio. You know, can't really complain about that.
There you go, man. That's great.
I made some moves. I released a full video. I'm releasing a full video breakdown over on my Patreon later tonight. But okay. I did some changes to both my mother-in-law and my father-in-law's portfolios because I'm managing their portfolios as well, right?
Right.
Because they don't know shit about crypto, right? They're just like, can you make me some money, right?
I'm managing my father's now too. I told you I got him involved, so I can relate.
Yeah. Well, I picked up significant XCN for both of them, so I think that they'll be pleasantly surprised at the returns on that in the coming months. So I'm super jacked up. But there's other projects I got, but that's the only one I'm going to give away on the stream, given the theme of the stream. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So yeah, we're just looking at that weekly close on Bitcoin, man. Check it out.
I know. I'm still nervous, man. About I feel like. When you look at the larger time frames and zoom out, that this thing is screaming for a little bit of a correction, and I wonder what the alts would do. But I think that if it did happen, I don't think a lot of the smaller cap alts would be as dragged down by it. I think the market is so flooded right now, the total 3 market with XLM and XRP and everything's so overbought. I really think that those tokens would absorb a lot of the money in the correction of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey man, if we get a Cyber Monday deal again, with a little bit of a pullback, the bigger picture anyway, man, is certainly higher than we are now. I don't see anything signaling a market top, so I would take the opportunity to buy a little more.
Well, I agree with you that some of the overheated altcoins like XRP and XLM and HBAR's up like 50% or something right now. I think those projects possibly will see a bit of a correction next week as well. But I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, look at this bullish candle, this red candle here, this hammer candle.
Yep, got all
bought up. But that was a correction in Bitcoin all week last week, right? If I go to the daily time frame, to be honest with you, what I think is happening here, I've talked about it, is now when we first got up here on this first green candle, I had said on my live stream, I said, look, I know there's a lot of content creators that are saying that Bitcoin's about to cut through 100K like a hot knife through butter, but there was a 1,300 Bitcoin sell wall sitting there, right? And I was like, there's no
psychological level too.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way it's just going to break through there, guys. It's gonna take about a couple of weeks, and sure enough, here we are, a week and a half later. But now that we're over here, I had to look yesterday. When I looked last night, this sell wall was down to 370 Bitcoin from 1,300, right?
Okay.
So a lot of people are either closing out their sell orders, combined with a lot of them filling, right?
Yep.
So I think if in a week and a half we broke 1,300 Bitcoin sell wall down to 300, it's probably around closer to 300 or less now after being 370 yesterday. I would have to think that sometime next week, I think we're going to smash through this wall since we crumbled it that much inside of a week and a half. And then we have $3.38 billion worth of shorts at $100,000. If they don't get out of their orders, we're going to have a $3.38 billion short squeeze on our hands, right?
Right.
So
what time frame is that? I'm just looking, like right at the end of that correction. What was it? This is a weekly time frame.
This is daily now.
Oh, it's daily. Okay, gotcha. Never mind.
We were down to $90,837 on that correction.
Got it.
So we pulled back significantly, man, from way up here. Like we pulled back in 2 days. We pulled back from 98,700 all the way down to 90,800. So it's like $8,000 we pulled back.
Yeah, hopefully that's not just a B wave correction we're in right now. Hopefully it's a start of a larger impulse up. But
yeah, I just feel like with that sell wall being worn down so much in a week and a half with so many shorts at $100,000, I think the bulls are going to make a massive push going into next week, and I think we're going to destroy it, and we're going to have a short squeeze on our hands.
Yeah, I would say almost definitely, Rob. I agree with you that we are gonna hit. We're gonna break through the 100K. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I mean, if we don't have another leg down in a correction, it's gonna happen damn sooner than later.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna come up somewhere with that short squeeze. I think we come up probably somewhere between 105 and 108, and then come back down and put in a higher low.
Yep.
And consolidate again.
Yeah, because it looks like if you look on the daily that when it did go down, it found support rate where the previous resistance was. So it found a healthy correction there. Still, market structure still very much intact.
Yeah, exactly. This was a level of resistance for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a full week before we broke through there.
Right. Yep, and we tested it, and there was a nice reaction. So everything's still pretty nice.
Yeah, she's looking good, man. She's looking good. I like the pull. Look at the drag on that 30-day SMA too. Just dragging it up, right?
Jesus Christ, man, it's unreal.
I love it, man.
Only crypto. Well, not only crypto for the most part, man. Do have some stocks that go berserk, but this is wild.
Yeah, I'm excited for that next leg. I think it's going to be a pretty green week in altcoins as well. I mean, like I said, some of the alts that have been running will probably start to put in some higher lows and consolidate a little bit at higher levels. But like the ones that haven't run yet, like I think Jasmine is about to have a significant, breakout here. I think that XCN is putting in a higher low right now, again, right here, right? We're correcting just a little tiny bit, if you can see that.
Yep.
Right. Little bit of a correction here so far on the daily. And I think, we're just putting in another higher low here.
I got nervous though with that last candle close up at the top. The smaller bodies descending, that makes me a little bit nervous that there could be a short-term trend change coming. So I'm just watching that.
Yeah, it's possible for sure. Yeah, we could see that. I mean, a lot of it does depend on what Bitcoin does. And like, here's the thing too, is that Ethereum is starting to run as well.
Time, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need, man. If Ethereum if we start seeing Ethereum kick off, that's another check on the checklist of all season coming. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of signs, right? Yep. There's a lot of signs right now. I was covering some of it this morning. I mean, look at the altcoin season index. Have you looked at it lately?
Last time I saw it was like 57,
78. Dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going on the dominance.
The dominance, yeah.
Yeah, the dominance keeps dropping. It was down to like 57 the last time I saw.
Yeah, I covered it this morning. Yeah, that was at 57, um, 86 or something like that. Let's check on it again right now. I mean, that's the DXY. She's dumping too. So that's another bullish sign right there,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Uh, go over to Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, look at that. She's
Wow.
bleeding
Yeah.
56.75.
Yep. Definitely.
Nice.
That's a nice. That's what we want to see, Rob. That I can't even hide my smile right now seeing that shit. That's awesome, man.
Nice. 50.
And you made a good point. I think it was last week you said too. Just when you see dominance drop, doesn't equate to a Bitcoin drop.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get confused in that.
Someone gave me shit for that too. They were like, that doesn't make any sense. You don't know what you're talking about. All right.
Yep. All right.
I've been here before, right?
Yep.
So
that's great, man. Yeah, I'm hoping the alts continue to rip. I've been involved in a couple trades this weekend, and riding the coin I've been trading is not XEN, but I've been riding a wave count on one particular coin, and it's just really nice. I do a lot of confluence and charts, and one of the things I look for too is obviously Elliott. I follow Elliott wave quite a bit. And when one of the coins is adhering to an Elliott wave count, nice, and you seem to be figuring out the wave count, it's beautiful, man, to ride. Rob, I wrote it up. I wrote it down in the A waves of the corrective phase. I wrote the B way up. I've been surfing, bro, all weekend, making a killing on it. So feeling really good about that, man. I'm in an exceptionally good mood.
Nice.
Well,
it's that time of year, buddy.
It really is, man.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I've been having fun too. The portfolio has been reaching new all-time highs every day lately, so it's
Look how green, man. Look at all that green.
I know.
You got to remember these times.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that it's good. I love being able to pass this and kind of go through this experience with new people to the cycle, because when I was explaining it a year and a half ago to people, people kind of roll their eyes and are like, "Oh, can't be like that. You're just exaggerating," and whatever the case might be. This is the daily. Look at the weekly.
I know.
Let's go to the monthly. Boom! Look at the monthly. XLM 487%. HBAR 411.
Shame I got rid of my mobile, man. I saw what that ended up doing today. My God.
Well, do you know what happened there?
Well, I know that they were doing a proposal to bring it all back to what was it? Just helium.
Yeah.
Did it get voted down or something? Did some catalyst, or was it just charts?
They kind of screwed. I would not hold mobile now simply because they screwed us over. Right? They said that they were terminating the coin, so the coin dumped. A lot of people sold out of it because they didn't want to be forced to hold HNT. They said for sure that's what was happening. And then today they announced that, we voted it down. So now we're not getting rid of Helium Mobile. And then everyone started buying it like crazy.
Wow.
Right? So they screwed all the holders that were like, well, screw this. If you're getting rid of the token, I'm not going to hold it because you're getting rid of it. They screwed us all over. Right? So I wouldn't hold it on principle now. Get your shit together kind of thing, right? Like, what do you do? So... Yep. So yeah, I don't have any regrets about not being in it, because honestly, it wasn't a huge bag anyway. But the way that these projects behave, in principle, matters to me.
Gotcha.
Right? Like when a company, for example, is doing an airdrop. I'll use Sologenic as an example. They had promised the moon and the stars when they were airdropping Solo to XRP holders, right? So I moved mine over to BitTrue, and I was holding there waiting for my airdrop. And they promised like a 4-to-1 airdrop on Sologenic. And then by the time they got around to doing it, it was like a 0.05 or 0.5 to 1.
Yeah.
Right. So they went from a 4-to-1 to a 0.5 to 1.
Yeah,
people were pissed off
instead of the whole thing.
Yeah, people were pissed off. And then you had these other people going, well, what are you angry about? Like, you got free money. Yes. However, my argument is not how much money I got. My argument is, how do you expect me to buy into your project, to invest in your project, when the very first thing you did to me is lie to me.
Right.
Now I don't trust you as a project. It's not about how much money you airdropped me. It's about you massively under delivering on your promise to the community, right?
Sure.
The
Yeah,
dollar
that's
value is
better.
relevant.
Yep.
So how these teams conduct themselves to me is important.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, you got to watch out. There's a lot of shady, a lot of shady people everywhere, but the crypto space is full of it. So you really got to do your research into who you're putting your money with.
yeah, well, you should have seen I called the father-in-law today, like I said, and I just told him, hey, just letting you know, I made some moves on your investments there, right? He's like, oh, I pulled like 40 grand out of your. He's like, 40 grand? I had 40 grand. I'm like, yeah, you had more than 40 grand, dude. Like, you're talking to the wizard over here, right?
There you go. Nice.
So yeah, he was pretty happy. I love helping people, man. I really love helping people.
Yeah, I went over with my father this morning, and was looking at his Coinbase activity and stuff, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? He's learning it. He did a market buy on something. The dude ended up buying like 50 bonk by accident. I was like, dude, it's not even worth like a tenth of a penny. You can't even see that. I was like, just don't touch anything, man. Like, just stay put. People like to overtrade. They touch. You're going to make mistakes. I said, I'll let you know when we need to move. So I'll come over and I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's crazy, man. He's got the itch. He's checking it now all the time and stuff.
So what's going on? Do you have any new updates on? We never got a chance to really chat before we went live. You got any updates on anything going on? Somebody said in the chat something about down to 7 ambassadors now. What's up?
Yeah. So actually, that's the one update I do have right now is that we are currently, basically, I mean, I guess you can consider it hiring another ambassador. We had 8 slots. That was the allotment in the OIP that was proposed. We had one ambassador that, did like the first 3 tasks on the first day, and we never seen or heard from him again. So he was completely inactive. So he was cut.
Okay.
I know I did a YouTube video announcing it as well, and people and that commented in the Telegram, and somebody thought that when I had nominated someone in particular for it, that they were thinking that I stepped down. No, I'm still an ambassador. I'm still here, still driving them nuts. But yeah, they are accepting applications, for another ambassador. So I know that you're not interested because you want to stay kind of biased for you, so which I can understand and respect that. But if you had a change of heart, man, the slot's open. The other what I thought would make sense is they had the results of the public Zealy campaign, which was a huge success in my opinion. 1,600 participants. We had some people try to make duplicate accounts, so they were disqualified and banned. But there was certain people that are extremely productive in that, and I thought take the winner of that and have if there's open slots for ambassador, it would make great sense to reward the top person in the community aspect, the community Zealy, to take that slot because they've already proven that they're driven and have initiative. You don't have to worry about a person that's going to sit on sit on their hands and not do anything. But yeah, we'll see. As far as I know, they're still just taking applications.
I just put a poll in the chat. It said, should Rob be an XEN ambassador? We'll see what the people
think.
what
you're going to say, Rob. These people ain't watching because they don't like you, bro. We love you, man. So, yeah, you're going to get some votes.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the community feels that they can trust what I'm saying. That's the most important thing to me, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, if they feel that they can, then maybe I'll do it. If they feel like they'd rather me be non-biased, then I'll just stay non-biased, right?
Yep. So, yeah, I will say, that some of the tasks, they don't take all that long to do, but there's really, so you're given, certain media outlets to perform tasks on, and you have an allotment to make it kind of an even playing ground for all ambassadors. So like you'll have, one live YouTube video a day, one TikTok video a day you could do. You could have one what's cooking, which is basically a freestyle one you could post on CoinMarketCap advertising. You have a high point, which is like a video on a high traffic channel, such as your own. You have that's once a month. You can use that, but it has to do a lot with small social media promotion and reaching out on a daily basis. So it's every day. You're spending time on. I could do everything on it in about a half hour. But it does take about a half hour a day for me to check all the boxes.
Yeah.
So the tests, they're switching them up, they're updating this and that, but it's a lot of just social media promotion right now, and YouTube stuff. But you're only allowed to do so much, and they do score you on it.
You're only allowed to do so much?
Yeah, so I mean, you could do more, but you won't be able to submit it for points. It won't count on your ambassador scorecard of competing between ambassadors.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah. Otherwise, you personally would get first, and no one else would ever have a shot in hell.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I got no complaints.
I play second this month, which I'm fine with because I don't. There's certain days where I just don't do it all. There's certain days I take a day off from doing it. So I was 2,000 points behind the first place. But I'm, like I said, man, it's not about that. It's about the promotion. I do what I can when I can. So, there's certain people that have all different circumstances. I'm sure some are younger. Some are probably younger than my kids that are doing it and, have more time, more free time. It's the community engagement. That is really what I feel very, very happy about. I think that the amount of people that were participating compared to before, when you have 0 to whatever we got from those 1,600 people is a lot. I mean, even if you go on CoinMarketCap and you look up XCN, the sentiment on there from the public, from the community voting now is 92% bullish. So there's a lot of, it's making differences. I find it hard not to believe it is. I mean, could the pump that we're in right now, obviously, we're in a bull market. Obviously, the charts were showing that it should be higher, but I would like to believe that both the ambassador and the community effort too has something to do with the price going up, 75% in the last month. At least that's what I'm going to choose to believe, so that I can keep on feeling like, we're making a difference somehow.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Well, we've got a 35.2% APR still.
Yeah, it's hanging in that area. It's the same amount staked. I mean, you got your diehards there.
I had a one-on-one with one of my Patreon members today, and they were asking about how to connect to start staking. So I promised that you and I would kind of talk about it a little bit today. So,
Sure.
And I'd kind of just put it on screen so they could see what I'm doing when he watches it tomorrow, because he's on the other side of the world, so he won't be able to watch it till tomorrow. So basically, if I'm right, you just click connect wallet, right? You have to have your Onyx coin in, like your MetaMask, your Coinbase wallet, your Trust wallet,
Exactly.
one of those, right? So you have to have it sitting there.
And then you go on onyx.org. It's very important. That's the only website that you're going to go on for it. And then you click the launch. You're launching the DApp.
Well, let me show them. Let me show them here real quick, because some of these people move a lot slower than you and I, right? They need every step. So when Wes says, go to onyx.org, for me, I always advise people come over to either CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and look up Onyx Coin XCN right here. See, scroll down right here, and the website's right here. You just got to click on this, right? That's the easiest way to find the real source of the website. So you're not connecting your wallet to a fake website or anything like that, right?
There's plenty of them, so you got to be careful.
Yeah. So click on that, onyx.org, and then it'll bring you over here to the protocol, right? Then you can continue. You click wallet.
If you go to onyx.org, there should be a screen in front of that. Before.
I'll go there first. Yeah. So it'll bring you, if you click on it there on CoinGecko, it brings you here.
Yep. And then you're going to press the launch app in the corner. That'll get you to where Rob just was.
Yeah. Boom. There you go.
All right. And then you're going to hit the right button again in the corner to connect your wallet.
Yeah, right here in the corner, guys. If you can see it where my cursor is, connect wallet. And then there you go.
Yep. You would just click whatever that is. You you probably have to, like on Coinbase Wallet, you'd have to give your wallet permission to access that DApp.
Yeah.
And then basically you're just going to go to stake, and then it'll ask you how much you stake. You would click, max or to stake all of what you have of your XCN that's in that wallet, or, any other percentage you want. And once then it'll prompt you to pay a certain fee based on the gas fees at the time, which are fully refundable. So you would get those back now the first weekend in the new year for anything that happens this month. So yeah, then you would accept the gas fee, and then it would prompt you saying you have successfully staked. It'll show you how many you staked, and then this screen that Rob is on now will show you are staking that amount. It'll show the awards right above it that you're getting in real time, and it'll have a button next to it that says claim. You can claim those rewards at any time. You do have to pay a gas fee for that. So just make sure that if you're claiming, rewards, that it justifies the expense of the gas fee. You're going to get the gas fee back anyway. But still, I would like to think, you're not going to spend $6 to claim 50 cents of rewards and then wait a month to get your $6 back. It just doesn't make sense to me. But
let it build up for a few days or a week or something, then claim your rewards kind of thing, right?
There's a few of us that I know that what we do is we claim our rewards every 100,000 XCN. So then once you're done, if you want to unstake, you would just click withdraw, and then max. It would ask you the same thing for your ETH. And then you unstake, and now that money's automatically back in the same wallet that you staked from to begin with, and you can do what you want with it.
Yeah.
But it's very simple.
Easy process.
Yeah, it's really remarkably simple, and I love the fact, for whoever is watching this and had interest, can't stress enough that if you're not paying gas fees, that's a no-brainer. You're not paying any gas fees to claim your rewards, and there's no lockup period. There's no vesting period. And everything's given in real time. The claim, the rewards aren't released at a certain time of each month or whatever. It's right there, in real time. It's all in the programming. So,
yeah. Got a question here by Just Forfeit. He says, what's both y'all's prediction on XCN next year? Say April 2025-ish. Love the YouTube channel, Wes. Keep the info coming. So,
hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
You want to cover that first?
You want to? I hate doing predictions. You go first, man.
I'll cover it. For me, so listen, I think things are going to play out similar to how they played out in the last bull run in 2021. So the way I see the next few months going is I think we're going to have a run until about the end of March. And then just like in 2021, just like every year, really, between April, May, and June, we're probably going to see an average pullback of about 40% across those 3 months, right? I call it the summer of sideways. We're going to pull down, and then we're going to kind of go sideways for a few months until fall starts hitting, right? So April would be when we start correcting, I think, from this run. So I'll go to March instead of April, because I'm going to be taking some profits off the table in April. My Patreon members will know what I'm doing. But for me, XCN by March, I mean, listen, I think that we should be somewhere close to that 3 cent level. Between 1 and 3 cents is where I'm going to target. Because, listen, we have December. I honestly think December is going to be green AF, man. December is going to be huge. And then we've got January, February. We got 4 months of pumping before we see that 40% pullback across the whole market. And I know it doesn't sound like much, that 40% pullback, but it's going to feel like blood in the streets when it happens, right? Yeah. So I think between 1 to 3 cents by around the end of March, 4 months, that's where I see us going. Then we'll probably pull back that 40%, somewhere probably back below a penny again. If we're only between like 1 to 2 cents, we'll probably correct, below a penny. And then we'll have that blow off top will happen, September, October, November is where I'm looking for that. So that's kind of how I see it playing out personally. I don't know. You go ahead and take the floor. Let me know what you think. You think I'm wrong?
It's interesting because I I set my stuff very conservatively, but I tend to really agree with your targets. I've been famously persecuted for my 3 cent number that I come out with when I'm putting a quarter and forced to give an answer, a number. But I think that 1 to 3 cent area is very realistic, assuming that we have a very green December. And I really do feel the same way. I feel like December is going to be a real climbing month for a lot of coins, for a lot of people's portfolios, assuming that they do the right thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would say, I'll take the middle of that. Let's say 2 cents, just to give just forfeit an answer. I'll go 2 cents. And I'd be quite happy, Rob, knowing with what I have, I'd be a very, very happy man.
You're like that guy in The Price is Right that says $1.
Yeah, exactly. Right. $1. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, but I take it as as it comes. There's a whole bunch of different things that could become setbacks, that could advance it, that could be hiccups. In bull runs, narratives matter a lot more. So who knows? If we have some sort of black swan event, whatever it is, or we have some rumor of somebody signing an NDA. There's a whole hundred different things that could happen. So I hope whatever happens that whoever's holding that is happy come April.
Well, actually, I have a not really a question, but more of a statement for you, and that is that as an ambassador now of the program, these exchanges, Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, they actually have applications now for projects representatives of projects. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, to apply to get listed.
For the representatives of the projects.
Yes.
Okay, so I would
So
have to see if I would be qualified for that, such as an ambassador. But I know there's been a lot of public interest, especially with Binance, and it seems like there's been some discouragement because the answer is that we don't meet a lot of the requirements with volume and activity
yeah.
from Binance. But you know, I think it's something that I wouldn't just throw the towel down. I would actively work on it. Even if they keep saying no, put the damn name in their head. You
Yeah.
know, so
Pounded into their head.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So they know what it is. And on a green day, when that moment comes and everyone's buying XCN for whatever reason, if it's the flavor of the month, and they see that there's substantial volume and it's able to make them money, because that's what they want. They want projects that are going to get the volume that's going to make them the transaction fees and make them money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has come up. It has been a pressing issue, even as of late with the team, and I will communicate that to them this evening when I'm outside having my nighttime cigar.
Yeah, definitely bring that up to them, and because like a lot of that's what Caspa team's been doing that like crazy, right? They've just been chopped because Caspa's similar. They don't have a team per se really either, right? It's more of a community thing. They did a fair launch, and so they've really been kind of taking the bull by the horns with that as well. Just harassing the exchanges, like list this, and that's what you have to do essentially, right?
Yeah,
Because right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm seeing a lot of these signs that are showing me that we're getting ready to go. Kraken Pro has been on a listing spree. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. I've covered new projects every day that Kraken Pro has been listing. They listed like Flux, they listed Jasmine, they listed I think they put Casp on their perpetual futures. So they've been on a listing spree, and I think you're gonna start to see all the other exchanges start to do the same thing, because this is their heyday time, right? This is like you
yeah,
were just, let's get those fees.
yeah, exactly. Even if it's less, it's better than nothing. And why not throw it on the tally? I know I would.
Mm-hmm.
What does it cost to list it? You buy. They have to get a certain amount of liquidity, on it. But these smaller coins, I mean, they can always just accumulate more to have on the exchange if it shows them that it's worth it.
Oh,
Um,
exactly.
so that's fine. Um, yeah, it's something that we're going to continue, hopefully, to see more exchanges list. I am, it's a little tough though, with the nature of certain DAOs, being decentralized and having it just be, cu- cu- accumulatively we are like the ship sailing, but there's not a clear captain all the times, and although there are people that have roles, it's tough sometimes to really be effectively organized, in my opinion. Um, at least that's what I find in XCN. I hope that I'm sure there's players behind the scenes that are actively doing things that I don't even know about, because I know that the team that I communicate with, they're not the end all be all. They report to somebody too, and that's like the wizard behind the wizards behind the curtain. I don't even know who they are, but I'm just trusting that they are doing something. But as far as the DAO itself goes, sometimes that's what I'm noticing is some of the downside is that it's tough to organize and move in a direction all in the same time with a clear path.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to research what the qualifications are. I used to know what they were. I know it's like a certain amount of holders, a certain amount of market cap, right? So I'm going to research that, and we'll talk about it. Hopefully, we can find out by next Sunday, and
Yeah,
maybe we can push these goals at the team, or the team, right?
yep,
Push
yep.
it at them and say, look, okay, so let's work on this so that we can get that Binance listing, because that's a big one, right?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Rob, that's how this shit goes anyway, man. It's people like me and you who are just regular bozos on the bus, community guys that care about the project we're in, and we got to do our part. If you want to see an advancement with the DAO, yes, you're not going to have it controlled centrally, but also you're not going to have real clean leadership with clear, deadlines in the organization level that comes with that. So there's pros and cons with all different types of projects. That is one of the few cons that I would say, that fortunately could definitely be improved upon. And I'll communicate that as well as, as an ambassador. I'll do my job and relay back that that's definitely in the community interest.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Because yeah, that would be absolutely, because like you were just saying, somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess it's just like, for me, this is my attitude right now, brother. This is my attitude right now.
Yep. And you know what? We're not in a bear market. If your efforts reward your cash supply, there you go.
I'll do it myself.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we're not in a bear market trying to prepare for the next bull. We're in a bull market, man. If your efforts, can help tons of other people and also importantly help yourself, and you have huge results before that, why the hell not, man?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, what is it? Let's check what the poll says. I haven't checked on the poll. Oh, 83% of people think I should be an ambassador. 17% say no.
Well, 83 beats 17 any day.
Yeah. Something I'll have to mow over.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Like I said,
if you decide to, please let me know though, because I can, I'm sure I could be of some help in that process for you if you do decide to go that way. And you'd be in good company. It's good guys, representing all different areas of the world. I don't know so much about their styles, their approach, like where their main target audience is. I don't really, talk to them too much about that. We talk about, the tasks at hand and just various things. But yeah, everybody's got their own flavor in there, man, and that's nice. It makes for a lot of exposure. And supposedly the last ambassador program worked out pretty well. I do not know why they had disbanded it at one point, but the new day has come, man, and hopefully, they see it as productive and worth keeping.
Any kind of an idea on the Onyx core? Do you have any new thoughts on that at all?
I would guess that it's going to be a Q1 thing. Based on some of the language that I've heard, the term coming weeks was thrown around. I'm not confirming that. That's complete speculation. I'm just inferring it from dialogue that had taken place. But I would say an early Q1 thing if I had to take an educated guess based on some of the talk we were having. Seems to really be a sound protocol and a platform that we will be launching. So I'm glad that, if it takes a few extra weeks to do it, that's fine, because the little bit they have been releasing, in the news things about how certain things work, it doesn't seem like a willy-nilly type of thing that they're just throwing together to put something up there. It sounds like the real deal. And I do think that the price will show its appreciation for it. I think the community will show its appreciation having something more to do on the protocol, not just having staking, but knowing that you can say, hey, I got some extra money or I got some crypto that's not doing exactly what I want it to be doing right now. Let me open up the protocol, see what they're offering, because you have fixed rates, assuming it does have market, that it's an open market again for lending protocol in some capacity, and see what your money could do for you there.
Mhm.
I know for farming, I haven't checked up on the farming. I'm guessing farming is around 45% still, if I had to take a guess.
Somebody asked me about farming now that you mention it.
Yeah, I was, there was a term used for it, that of the potential risk on it. It's much safer to stake than to farm, because when you're farming, you are essentially supplying two different currencies. And if there is a high fluctuation in one versus the other, there's a possibility that when, um, basically you lose drastically in one. Um,
If the value of that token goes down.
Yeah, there was a term for it, and the team members were the ones that actually cautioned us. Again, for anyone saying a scam, this and that, the team themselves are the ones cautioning just for us to be mindful over the possibility of whatever that happening, with the loss of value in one token. So that just goes to show honesty and transparency and care from the team to the people that are using the protocol, that they're fully aware of any risk on that.
But here's the thing, though. It's the exact same thing on Binance as farming too. It's the
Yep.
exact same thing. It's no
Yeah,
different.
farming in general,
Yeah.
you run that risk versus staking, because there was a lot of people asking, that didn't really know the difference and what should they do, and they were obviously attracted to it because they had a higher, APY on it. But I would say for 8-9% difference, and knowing that you don't have to have anything, any worries other than just the price of Onyx, which if you're not really worried about the price, you're worried about accumulating coins. So you should never really have any type of disruption in that. I would say stake, and that's what I do. I do not farm.
Yeah, me too. I never participate in farming.
Yep.
Waste of time to me. Keep the live stream going. I listen to you guys on the way to work Sunday. Well, drive safe, man. It's wintertime now, right? Be careful out there.
Yeah, I recognize that usually. He's a good dude. Wow, it's up to 63%. Is that what he said?
That's farming. Yeah.
Yeah, for farming. Wow. Congratulations, micro diffs. It's a nice bag, man.
Nice. Also, Rob, go for the ambassador position. Stefan, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, man?
What is this Quant partnership with Onyx Coin? I haven't heard anything about that. Have you?
I haven't heard anything about that.
That's news to me, man. I will look into it, but I mean, I figure it would be everywhere by now. Rob is a dedicated cookbook and makes delicious meals. Thank you so much, man. Swift is a sleeper. 100% agree with that. Sammy XCN to the moon. Rodney says, I wish Onyx had specific instructions on staking. I find it very confusing. Oh, we actually just explained it. Hopefully you saw that.
Rewind back. What has it been? About 40 minutes now? Something like that. 40 minutes thereabouts, Rob?
Yeah.
We covered that in depth from basically start to finish, as much as we can show you without actually connecting a wallet ourselves. Oh, I do want to touch on one thing too. This is good news. Another opportunity Onyx has is when they do release Onyx Core, there will be incentives for those that wish to run a node. So
yes,
that is.
I want details on that.
Yeah, so there's going to be details coming on that. So that would be great if you have the PC capacity to do such, and your setup is conducive to that. That's a great opportunity to also earn, and help validate the network.
Do we know how much the nodes are going to cost?
We don't know anything about it yet, other than the fact that will be offered, and that just came in a couple days ago.
Yeah, I want fresh details on that. Like as soon as you hear anything, like message me and you get paid in Onyx Coin, obviously, right?
I would assume that's in Onyx. Everything else that you get paid for right now, they usually send it to you in Tether. But yeah, I would assume that if you're running a node, you're going to get paid in Onyx.
Yeah, I want to run one of those nodes bad.
Nice,
So,
nice. Yeah, so that's huge. So that's just another tidbit that came out, letting me know that okay, they're talking about running nodes on this new platform on the Onyx Core. I was like, this isn't a bullshit. This isn't like some false alarm here. This is going to be a really a solid experience for us when we do get this Onyx Core launch.
but here's what I want to do with this: is I want, when we get the nodes, when we figure it out, right? I'm going to order one, and I don't know. I'm just assuming you're going to order one as well. So when we get them, we'll do this similar to a live stream, but we were recording because I want to make a custom video for the Patreon members,
Okay.
right? Because we do a lot of passive income opportunities over there. Staking and nodes are two of those, so like everyone over there staking their XEN, everybody. Right?
Yeah, your people, man, are some of the most active, engaging people in the chats, and they're for the most part. I mean, I can't think of anyone in particular that's not, but I'm just gonna say, I mean, they're great additions to having the community, man. I'm grateful for all of them. They show me a lot of love on my little BS YouTube stuff that I do and in the chat, and
Yeah.
it's nice. You got some good people behind you, man.
Yeah. So I think that they deserve to have like a kind of a comprehensive breakdown of how to order the node, how to operate the node, how it all works. So, if you don't mind doing that with me, the two of us, we can get together and do a video, and we'll make that for the Patreon members.
And I'll dig a little earlier, see if how tight-lipped they are about it, but I'll see if they can give me any type of insight into what it's going to look like in any capacity, so that we have something to plan around and look forward to.
Yes. So you hear that, guys? Make sure you get over to the Patreon. You want to get in on this stuff early, man.
Yep.
That's exciting, man. I'm so jacked up about that. You just took my excitement to a whole new level when it comes to
yeah, so that's legit, man. It's another thing to look forward to.
What do we got? I believe I saw on Crypto Nation channel today. I saw it today. I'm sure it was.
He's talking about the quant. That I don't see anything with that.
Crypto Nation, like, I don't mean to FUD the guy or anything, but he's been putting out a lot of misinformation lately. So, I mean, like I had to do a couple of videos kind of debunking some of this. He was saying that Jasmine was being delisted from Binance and like all kinds of stuff. He's causing a stir. I think he's starting to realize on his channel that if he makes negative videos, he gets clicks and views. So, we have to be careful about that. So if he's starting to put out misinformation about a partnership between Quant and XCN, then we're going to have to nip that in the butt because, these things can turn into a grass fire pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, they can hurt projects too, Yeah. Also, I just wonder, Hater, if, perhaps, I don't know anything about it. It hasn't come through on the XCN end. I don't know if Quant released something about it. I highly doubt that this is true anyway. But, they did have that JP Morgan coin that was Onyx. I think they rebranded now to something else, but maybe it's that. Maybe there's a case of mistaken identity there. But as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing that has been revealed to me or that I've seen on my end suggesting that that's true at all.
Yeah, Onyx, JP Morgan's Onyx rebranded to Connexus. I did a breakdown video on it about 2 days ago. So they actually cited that part of the reason was due to the confusion, but they cited that too many YouTubers were confusing Onyx Coin XCN with JP Morgan's Onyx, and that just really boils down to a matter of laziness, not doing the research, not doing the legwork, and then just making a video, right? So, what do we have? I want the other 6 ambassadors to share their social media usernames on platforms so we can follow and share. Do any of them even have YouTube channels? I don't think so, do they?
So
like significant YouTube channels?
No, not significant ones. There is one that I'm not sure of that he may, but it is a Turkish audience. So none to my knowledge in English speaking channels. No.
Okay.
Gabriel have very, very large Twitter presence, like very, very large. That that's how they achieve their high point, tasks. So there's certain ones with a very, very high number of followers that it gets a lot of exposure on.
Yeah. Gabriel wants to know if there's a lockup period for farming.
Having not done it, I can't speak on it for certain. I do believe that there is not a lockup period either on this.
Yeah. H. Barbarina in the house. What else do we got? Anybody got any more questions? Ray. So XCN can only 5x, maybe 15x at most. Wouldn't that be? Who said that it was only going to 5 or 15x?
That's not what we said. We're saying our predictions for a short period of time over the next 3 to 4 months, and that we never, just by Rob and I speaking on it, we don't set the limit.
Yeah.
It's a very small cap. We don't control the market.
Yeah. Who says XCN? Yeah, exactly, JM. Who says that? Nobody said that.
Yeah.
Don't believe the BS. It can only 15x. Yeah, exactly. Big Kev, what's up, buddy? I'm back. Yes, finally. Where you been, man? Dragging your ass, brother. Dragging your ass.
Panthers. I haven't read that in a while. Panthers.
Of course, you only know what they want to tell you, ambassadors or whoever. You're on the bottom of the. Okay, sure.
Yeah, we only know what they tell us. We can't know any more than that.
Yep. Lord of the Realm. David's in the house. Crypto Nation is not a real one. Yeah, exactly. Of course, they're rebranded right before the bull run. Yeah, Connexus they're called now. Onyx for JP Morgan. Yep. I got confused with JP Morgan. Oh, okay. So yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because Quant's a big coin. I wouldn't be surprised, if too much of that happened. That's very, very bullish for Quant if the market sees it as such, but it's a good partnership to have.
Yeah. David's in Thailand watching his portfolio go up. It's going to be a nice Christmas. Yeah. Hey, tell me, was I not saying that back in like freaking March of this year? I was saying to everybody, think about it at Christmas time this year. You're all going to be able to sit down with your eggnog, with your feet up, because your portfolio is going to be green as AF, right? You're going to be 3, 4, 5x from where you were in March of this year, right? It's going to be a nice green Christmas, baby. That's what's the hold on Swift getting listed on CDC and other exchanges? I don't know. I just got crypto.com.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. They did just get listed actually on MEXC like 2 days ago. So the listings are starting to come for Swift for sure. So Gabriel, when I go to withdraw from farming, it does not go back into my wallet as XCN or ETH. I get some other deposit into my wallet that won't allow me to sell because it says the liquidity is too low.
Yeah, you have to. It comes in your wallet, I believe. Once again, I don't farm, so I'm not really huge. It comes in there, I think, is like XETH or like a wrapped. It's like a wrapped hybrid coin, and there was instruction on how to do that. I will say that for a accurate answer, you should go to the Telegram channel and ask one of the mods. You will get a prompt answer. However, I will say that anytime you ask a question in the Telegram group regarding staking, your wallet, farming, you will be inundated with spammers.
Yeah.
That have imposter usernames that look just like an ambassador's name, that look just like a mod's name. The mods will never message you first under any condition. Doesn't matter. And they all have the tag, moderator or admin to the right side of it. So just know that as soon as you open up that can of worms, man, you're going to be getting video call, requests and phone calls and, DMs from fake support centers and all this stuff. Just be very careful.
See, that's why, I created a Discord for the community here. It's a free Discord because I didn't want to charge for it, right? But I always have to warn people. I pop in there from time to time, and I just kind of interact with people. But I mean, obviously, I have other platforms to run. It's a free service that I provide to the community. and there's a ton of people in there now. I honestly didn't think there's gonna be 20 people in there. There's freaking hundreds of them, right? And in there lies in the problem, though, is that because it's a free service, there are crypto future impersonators in there by the droves. Like I'm banning new impersonators like on a daily basis over there.
Yeah.
Right. That's why that's another reason I created the Patreon, because we have the live chat the same as over on Discord and Telegram, but people can't jump on and impersonate me because it costs money to be over there, right? So,
and some people love Discord. I've never. It doesn't work for me so well. I prefer, Telegram or Patreon is great. The people that are there are the ones who belong there.
Yeah.
And so I'm a member of one Patreon, and it's super active, and it's great coming with you guys, but we don't have to worry. I mean, I put my phone number out there to the guys in the Patreon I'm in, and I don't worry about it. I say, if X, Y, or Z happens, I don't care what time it is, call me, or, if my trading view alerts don't go off, call me, and I'll send you the ETH back and then some for your phone call, depending on where in the world you are.
Don't leave me in the dust.
Yeah, exactly.
Wake me up before you go.
Exactly, dude. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. here, dude. This is the time of year. It doesn't matter how much I'm sleeping. I'll sleep after the bull run. This doesn't,
Jasmy Binance added more Jasmy to the exchange. I'm gonna have to check that out, because I covered the story yesterday that Binance actually added 800 million Jasmy to their wallet, which tells me that they're gonna take it out of the monitoring zone probably next month. But if they've done it again today, then maybe I'll pop on and do another live stream later tonight, cover some Jasmy. You guys love your Jasmys. I actually, funny story.
They expect a surge of demand coming in for that coin then, if they had to acquire more of it?
Well, I suspect that what they're doing is, because Janction, their layer 2 is coming out this month. I think that they're going to remove Jasmy from the monitoring zone the first week of January, which is generally when they reassess projects in there, the first week of every quarter.
Okay.
So I think they're going to remove it. I think that they stocked up on Jasmy because I think they're going to run a promotion, giving away Jasmy token for your trading or whatever the case might be, right? That's what these exchanges usually do. They'll list a new token, and then they'll run a promotion on that token for trading or whatever, right? To kind of bump engagement up on it and get more fees, right? So I think that they purchased 800 million Jasmy to kind of earmark that for some sort of a promotion going into next month. So they went from suppressing the price by keeping it in the monitoring zone to shilling it to people. It's a 180 if I've ever seen one, right?
Are you guys allowed to use Binance in Canada?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, we aren't either.
They left because of stablecoin, of all things, because of stablecoin regulations.
Really?
It has nothing to do with the exchange. It's because we have no stablecoin regulations, but Coinbase can operate here using the same stablecoins, USDT, USDC. Maybe it was because Binance had BUSD. Maybe that was the problem, but they got rid of it, right? So I'm hoping they come back to Canada, because it was my favorite exchange. I loved using Binance.
Yeah, when I first started, man, that was back in 2017. That was the exchange, man.
Yeah,
I only used Coinbase to get my initial stuff over to Binance, and after that, I never used Coinbase.
Yep. How do I go on Patreon, and how do I find you? Rodney, I'm literally putting a link in the chat right now for the Patreon as I'm talking. So just click that link, and it will take you over to the Patreon, my friend. Yes. Those are the so 800 million Jasmy. Yeah, that's what they purchased. I think it's, like I said, I think it's going to be a promotion. I covered it, I think late last night, but hey, you know what, 49, it's always good to continue to reiterate this stuff, whether it's Jasmy or Onyx Coin or whatever it is, because I always have new people coming over to the channel, and we always have to help contribute to catching them up on everything that's going on, right? So sometimes I find I have to cover a story 5 times in a week. I'll do it as many times as I have to make sure that all of you guys are up to date and aware on everything that's going on, right? So Like sometimes I'll cover a story about Onyx Coin in this live stream, and then I'll do a separate video about it tomorrow because I know that not everyone can either watch the live stream or watch the whole live stream, so they miss certain things. So any important stuff, I will, I'll reiterate it in a 10-minute video as opposed to an hour and a half live stream, right? So, thoughts on SEI? I'm bullish on SEI. Yeah, I like SEI. We over on the Patreon in the member side, we actually got into SEI Network. Funny story. We got into that when it was about 2 cents.
Wow.
When it first launched, we got into it, and because we were always getting into new projects. So yeah, we hit that one. We hit that one at 2 cents. I'm still holding mine. Like I am up bigly.
That's awesome. Yeah, you hit a home run on that one.
Yeah,
getting that at 2 cents.
I love finding these gems, man. Like SEI, Caspa, Miria, like Honest Coin, Swift. Like man, like these projects have just been killing it for me this year. Like
Yep.
Fantastic, and it's not even like stuff like Honest Coin. It's not even hasn't even gotten started yet. That's the beauty of it.
I know. Once we have that platform Onyx Core rollout, I feel like it's really like a fresh start, but with the benefits of having years of being on exchanges and people that we have our loyal holders circle of. So I think we'll have a really nice advantage, man. Especially this time of year, doing it during a bull run. That's a recipe for success. So I'm hoping that's the case.
100%, man. 100%. We got this. I've been asked this question twice a day, every day, all week. What's your price prediction for the end of December for Jasmine? Twice a day, every day I get asked this question. Literally. I wouldn't, if Junction launches this month, like Hara said that it's going to, I wouldn't be shocked to see between an 8 to 10 cent Jasmine before the end of the month. Possibly higher if, like I said, if Junction comes out, if everything works out the way it's supposed to. But I wouldn't be setting my sights on the end of December. I'd be setting my sights on January, because if Junction does in fact launch this month, the first week of January, you're going to see Jasmine removed from the monitoring zone. So you're going to have a double catalyst there that's going to just send it skyrocketing, right? So that's what I would be paying attention to. Super chat. Y'all think y'all like Sui next coin to run like Solana? Yes, Sui is VC backed. It's an amazing ecosystem. Sui's going to absolutely melt faces. I'm going to be honest with you. If there's only certain projects that I would buy right now and hold until 2028, 2029, and Sui would be one of them.
Okay. I'll look into it. I haven't done any real deep dives outside the few coins that I have interest in. You have a much better pulse on the market in terms of projects out there, and what they involve.
Yeah,
check out. But you like it a lot, huh, Rob?
It is the next Solana, in my opinion. It is.
Like, what's the supply like? Do you know anything off the top of your head about it? If it's a large, with the cap size and what the supply is and everything like that?
Well, let's go look. Look, man.
You got my interest on this one right here.
It's like $3 and something cents right now, I think. But this is another one we got into pretty early. They have some big partnerships. Yeah, it's already got like a $9.9 billion market cap. This one is new. This one's never seen a bull run before. It launched, I want to say about a year ago.
Okay, it looks like there's roughly a little over 25% in circulation then.
Yeah, 29.27% in circulation. They do have a scheduled unlocks, but it's nothing horrible. So I wouldn't fear this project, but this is one again that I would be holding until like 2028, 2029. Like honestly, when we get to the bottom of the next bear market, I don't give a lot of my projects away that I'm going to get into, but Sui is one of those projects that I'm going to be loading up on for the next bull run. Like this project's going to be like Solana is right now. So I was like $250 or something.
Yep.
That's where this project's going to be, right? So, and I think it's going to hit maybe $20 this time around. So I'm definitely loading right up in the bear market.
Gotcha.
So
very nice.
Yeah.
Huh. And it's a layer one?
Yeah, it's a layer one. It's a fantastic, it's got a great ecosystem. They have some big partnerships that they've come out with lately too. So I would
Okay.
definitely do some research into it. Check out some of the other projects they're working with. And be like, yeah, I got to get in on this.
Gotcha. Very cool. Well, hey, Rob, I got to cut out, man.
Hey, no worries, brother. No worries, man.
That's
All right,
good.
yeah, we've been going for about an hour and 10 minutes. So
All right, brother. Well, thank you for having me on here, man. I appreciate it very much. So,
as always, brother. Hey, as
See
soon
you
as you get information on that nodes,
yep, I'll get on it tonight for you. I'll at least put the question out there, and as soon as I hear anything, I'll relay it to you.
awesome, brother. Awesome. I appreciate you, man. All right.
Uh,
Oh, we got one more question here because Just Forfeit has given 2 super chats today. It says, what are some of Wes's top picks that's not XCN?
So I will say that one of the I'm not really versed in a lot of different stuff right at the moment, and not based on any type of fundamentals or project integrity. The one coin that I have been ripping and riding is Vara, that Vara
Nice.
trade, and I've been. Like I said, I've been very accurate with the fib levels on it and the wave counts, so I'm pretty happy with that. But it's made me a shitload of money, and I plan on it still doing it. If you look at the chart in your own time or whatnot, when you zoom out, you'll see that it had a hook reversal pattern at the bottom, and that is a sign of a trend change. It is recently, was at an all-time low, and I mean it has been doing hook reversals up. I plan on riding it out for at least another 2x. So
There you
that
go,
means-
guys. You heard it here first. Wes
great.
just promised you if you put $100 in, you'll be a millionaire. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly. That's what I'm doing. But I'm not a tea leaf reader here. I'm just going off of what I see in the charts. And what I do is right. It's not financial advice. But that's one of the ones I'm interested in. Other than that, I think it's a completely crappy coin. And the project, has awful tokenomics and everything like that. But the charts are the charts, and it's been delivering.
Yeah, awesome. There you go, guys. Bullish on Vara. All right, brother. Like I said, shoot me a message, and thank you so much as always, man. And I will see you next Sunday.
Yeah, and we'll talk before. I'll let you know as soon as I get some info, and hopefully have something new and exciting to relate to you guys come next Sunday.
Solid. Thanks, brother.
All right. Have a good night, guys.